Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the penultimate episode of the WWE World Cup Tournament. This is week 7, and we are down to the final 8 participants in this prestigious tournament. It is the quarter-final stages, and at first representing Monday Night Raw, representing the Judgment Day, and representing Puerto Rico, one half and the WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest.
We found out that Damian Priest has a big matchup coming up at SummerSlam as he'll be taking part in War Games. Will be, of course, found before the biggest party of the summer in a special War Games arena as Priest alongside his tag partner and tag champion teammate JD McDonough alongside Finn Balor, the Judgment Day team up with the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens for one night only to battle the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong in a winner-take-all War Games match at the biggest party of the summer on the two-night extravaganza. But right now he is representing Puerto Rico in the World Cup Tournament. Got past the first round by knocking off Xavier Woods of the USA in the second round by knocking off JC Mateo of Hawaii and representative of the MFT over on SmackDown. But this is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode episode 82. This is the WWE World Cup Tournament. It is the second last week of said tournament. Next week is the final week where we get the semi-finals and finals of this incredible tournament. And here comes the opponent tonight of the Archer of Infamy, representing NXT and representing Mexico in this tournament. It is Triple A Sensation and now NXT Sensation El Hijo del Vikingo.
Mexico, weighing in at 73 kilos, El Hijo del Vikingo.
The son of the Viking, able to get past Julius Creed of the Creed Brothers of the USA in the first round. And then in the semi-finals, or sorry, not the semi-finals, the round of 16. Last week he main evented by putting away the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura of Japan. With some people considering that some sort of an upset victory for Vikingo. Well, another upset would be getting past Damian Priest, one half of the tag champs on Monday Night Raw, who's been running the run roughshod over the tag division, alongside his partner JD McDonough of the Judgment Day. So it's going to be a fun one to kick us off here. First of 4 quarter-final matches. The winning 4 men will be the final 4 in the tournament, going to the semi-finals next week. And of course the 2 winners of that will be the finals next week in the main event. To determine the best in the world, winner gets an opportunity at their brand's top championship, whether it be the world title of Raw, the NXT title, the black and silver brand, or the WWE Undisputed Championship of SmackDown. Let's waste no further time and get straight into the action. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions. Welcome to the World Cup Tournament. 15-minute time limit as always. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. It's NXT official Derek Sanders. He rings the bell. Match up now officially underway in the quarterfinals of the World Cup Tournament. Very contrasted size difference here. Damian Priest, 250-pounder from New York City. Obviously representing Puerto Rico in this tournament with his Puerto Rican roots. Of course, Vikingo representing Mexico and round about 100 and something pounds. So a lot of difference between these two superstars. But nonetheless, Vikingo with a satellite DDT on a Priest. Oh my goodness. Where's he going? Oh, he missed the mark that time. Maybe getting a little bit too overzealous, too overconfident. This Priest looking to make him pay for it. Back in a lock up, a waist lock by Vikingo nonetheless. Now it's Vikingo turns it around on Priest. Now Vikingo in a predicament here. The schoolboy, the kick out by Priest. Now it's Priest. Rolls through a bridging pin here of his own on Vikingo and a kick out by the luchador. From a Triple A star now getting signed full time to the NXT brand. Will be Vikingo breaking out here and win this entire tournament. Becoming the best in the world in doing so. As 8 men are remaining in this tournament. Started with 32. What a tournament it has been over the last 6 weeks. We've got 2 left, including this week and next week. And then we're back to regularly scheduled programming, with WWE Dark taking place every Friday night instead of a World Cup tournament. Right now it's Vikingo turns around on Priest. Look at that, my goodness. Vikingo into a hammer lock on Priest. Priest able to turn around. Now it's Damian Priest turns it around on Vikingo this time. We're after the throat and the jaw. Good shin lock this time on Vikingo. Vikingo's trying hard to get to his feet, able to do so, but he's on one knee, still got the arm locked in. Here's Damian Priest off the arm ring. Got that cinched in. Titus Priest with an elbow, perfectly placed right on the shoulder blade. Oh, Vikingo, this is what Priest's going to do, slowing down the pace. As Vikingo, he loves to fly all around that ring, doing manoeuvres that nobody else can do. So this is what Damian Priest needs to do. Keep this match at his pace. Wrestle it at his style. Don't allow Vikingo to be doing his flippy dippy doo-dah tricks, or else Damian Priest will be caught off guard and it could cost him at the end of the day, just like it had with Shinsuke Nakamura and Julius Creed previously in this tournament in Vikingo's matchups. Vikingo now got the arm of the Ultra of Infamy, as he's got that arm ringer cinched in, but Priest able to escape, got him with body shots, and now it's Priest taking him down, running STO by one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. Got a big match up to build up towards SummerSlam, but there's going to be no rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked for the Ultra of Infamy, as he's got a lot of work to do here in this tournament, especially if he wants to win it. Vikingo taking flight, the springboard. Phoenix Splash followed by a springboard Arabian Press moonsault, covered in advance, and in the semi-finals, 1 count only, says NXT official Derek Sanders. But the NXT official, of course, this matchup you could say benefits Vikingo with his referee in the matchup. But it also could benefit Damian Priest just off the size advantage alone. It's Vikingo, big smack Vikingo now. Oh, he's done this before and he's done it again! My goodness! The poison run off the springboard, and then Vikingo top rope shooting star press. That's how he beat Nakamura last week. In the round of 16, cover on Priest the 2, the kick out by DP. He beat Nakamura with that, hitting 3 shooting stars in a row to keep the King of Strong style at bay and knock him out of the tournament. And Damian Priest struggling to get to his feet. But it could be a win for Vikingo in the boots. Was Vikingo thinking, here, I tried this earlier, this time he gets in the poison, ran off the double jump, the cover, shoulders down, Vikingo to win it, there's 2, Priest slowly but surely gets the shoulder up, and that was a weak kick out, a lazy kick out, not a lot of enthusiasm put behind that, which could give Vikingo a great edge, heading into the semi-finals perhaps next week. But Priest battling back with authority, and it's DP off the ropes, off the combination shot, a big right hand, nothing flashy, but it's what Damian needs to do to keep Vikingo grounded and keep the match up in his favour. And now it is back on his favour. He picks Vikingo up to his feet here. What's Priest got in mind? The Irish whip sends him into the corner. Priest now, just choking him out in the corner. Referee Derek Sanders may want to step in there. As he lets Vikingo go, but he just boots him right in the face. Damian Priest went for a knee, the counter by Vikingo. Vikingo up and over into the corner ring. Vikingo is just something else. It's just a special talent, is now Vikingo. There's that drop kick right in the head. Caught him in the temple. El Hijo del Vikingo for the win here. Oh goodness, there's the drop kick. He suckered him in, he caught him, he got him with a shot. Vikingo, middle rope, Phoenix, splash, single one of the semis, hooks the big leg of Priest. Cover, 2, no. Still ain't enough for the win. Still alive in this one is DP. DP throws him over and a super kick on Vikingo. Damian Priest all hyped up, and in the corner now goes Vikingo. Priest takes him out, and Priest now, listen to that impact! On a damn running European uppercut to the chest of Vikingo. And it was Damian Priest who runs at him. Priest now with a rebound, lariat off the ropes to cover. Hook in the leg, shoulders down for victory to go to the semi-finals here in a 2 count only, the near fall. Vikingo staying in this one, live at the World Cup tournament this evening. What a fight, Priest. Still on the offensive, the Irish whip sends Vikingo in the corner now. Oh, Vikingo, elbow back, getting back into this one is now Vikingo going to send Priest into the corner. What's Vikingo thinking here? Oh, we saw him do this At the end of the last matchup with Shinsuke Nakamura, which set up for the trifecta of shooting stars, which got him into the quarterfinals in the first place. Will they get him into the semis? The German off the top, and a shooting star press second of the match. The cover, hook of the leg, shoulders down, 2 down. Only one, in fact, or just a 2. Nonetheless, so dropkick avoided. Damian Priest back to his feet. Priest, schoolboy, shoulders down, pinning predicament. There's 2 of the roll up and a kick out. Vikingo's leg a little bit tied up there, but able to get out and get back into this one. Kick out, staying alive. Irish whip. Priest now in the corner here. What's he thinking now? Oh, what a backstabber from Vikingo. And Vikingo, man, he's got to put this one away. Heading to the top, Priest in the drop zone. We spoke about hitting a trifecta of shooting star presses on Nakamura. So far, Vikingo's hit 2 in separate moments, but up is Priest in a Meteora. Double knees on a DP, the cover. Look at the leg, shoulders down to go to the semi-finals. The 2 and a near fall again. Priest with the shoulder up. Vikingo can't believe his eyes. It's now Vikingo, look at that. Arabian Press moonsault. Priest on the outside. Vikingo the MVP in this matchup. It has been mostly Vikingo. Hitting incredible maneuvers is not what Priest wanted. It's Vikingo to Bacon Halo over the top rope. Throwing caution to the wind, ladies and gentlemen, as he'll heel Del Vikingo, the son of the making as it translates. Putting on an unbelievable showdown as he has in this entirety of the tournament. Look at this, man. An inverted moonsault. Somersault Sutton. Taking out Priest, but no Priest. Back on the offensive. Headlock driver on the outside of the ring. And now at the count of 7 comes back in to make the save. And break the count. And it was Priest the toe pin with a rope assistance. So Bacon here on the floor from the Archer of Infamy. Unreal, but Vikingo, he's still fading back. Sends him into the ring. Here it's Vikingo. Looking to maybe spike Priest. We've seen him do this before. Referee Turner will get back in. He's going to do so. Not before spiking him. There's the spike runner. Top rope. Goes Vikingo for victory. 450 splash. Cover to go to the semi-finals. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 2. No. Priest kicks out. Oh, did he do that? Priest is still alive. Priest kicked out and now Priest clothesline sends Vikingo out of the corner, now stomping away time. And time again. Oh, what an unbelievable fight. It's Damian Priest taking the straps down. It is all serious now for one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, looking to win it and head to the semi-finals next week, just 1 week. Or 1 day before SummerSlam weekend again. Priest lays him out. Razor's Edge cover. 2, 3. No! Vikingo still alive. It's over 10 minutes have passed. And your opening contest of the quarterfinal stages of the World Cup tournament. Priest not done though. Well evaded flatliner cover. Now that's it. That's it. 2, 3. No! Again, he's still in it. What is this kid Vikingo made of? Priest cannot believe it, man. He doesn't know what the hell he's going to do. But Vikingo now. What's he doing? Picks Priest up, putting him on the tippy top rope. Oh goodness, Damian fighting back though. A big shots on Vikingo, but now it's Vikingo fighting back. And these 2 stars are bringing out the best of each other. Similar heritage, but who's going to the semi-finals? It could be Vikingo off the top with a poison. I got him! Oh, baby! And Vikingo's got Priest perfectly set up here. He's in the center of the ring, but somehow he's getting up after that. Vikingo is scouting on him, waiting on him. The pick up, the spin out, slam! Priest set and position. A precarious one of that. Vikingo. 6:30 Santoni's going to the semis. The cover. 2, 3. No! Priest is still alive. Oh, Vikingo in disbelief and he forearms the referee for his troubles. Derek Sanders getting attacked by Vikingo, but he's still upright. But Vikingo is absolutely raging, letting his furiosity get the better of him, and it may cost him the move out of the way as he ducked the roundhouse kick and a south of him and choke slam by Priest cover to go to the semi-finals too. No, Vikingo with a shoulder up off the slow count from referee Derek Sanders, who is rocked by Vikingo earlier on, or moments ago. Oh, but Priest goes to the by the throat again, and another south of heaven, and that'll do it. That won't do it once, shall do it again. There's two. Damian Priest wins, and he's going to the semi-finals of the World Cup tournament.
Here is your winner, Damian Priest.
The one of four names have been set and sealed, delivered for next week. The final stage of the World Cup tournament, the semi-finals. Damian Priest able to advance, but still to come tonight, your main event of the evening, Amsterdam Aleister Black versus Nigeria's Obafemi. That's a SmackDown versus NXT encounter. What a matchup. It's going to be later and your main event. But up next, the big LC of Australia, Bronson Reed battles America's Chad Gable. Next in the quarterfinals of the WWE World Cup Tournament. We're back live in the World Cup Tournament. It's there you see Osella. Big Bronson Reed, the first round, able to knock off Japan's Akira Tozawa. And then in the second round, in the round of 16, he defeated the Celtic Warrior Sheamus of Ireland. And a big meaty man, meat off. As Reed now takes part in his third matchup of this tournament. He came up short to Trick Williams last week on NXT in a 2 out of 3 falls match where Trick earned the opportunity to challenge All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. That matchup going down at NXT Great American Bash before SummerSlam. But here comes the opponent of Bronson Reed, USA representative of SmackDown, former Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable.
Weighing in at 202 pounds,
Gable able to get past Ludwig Kaiser in the first round. And then in the second round, he defeated former World Heavyweight Champion and what some would consider an upset in the glorious Bobby Roode of Canada. Germany and Canada knocked out by Gable. Let's see if he can knock out Australia as well, and what will be the toughest test of Gable's run thus far in the World Cup Tournament. Let's not forget, Gable also defeated Jeff Hardy in an episode of SmackDown last week, able to earn himself an opportunity to compete at SummerSlam in the 6-man gauntlet matchup. The SummerSlam gauntlet, the winner of course getting an opportunity at either the Intercontinental or United States Championship, depending on what brand you're a part of, as Bronson Reed jumps Gable before the bell would even sound. As Charles Robinson, veteran official, senior official of SmackDown, assigned the duty of referee in this contest between Reed and Gable tonight at the World Cup Tournament. So Chad Gable, he is going to SummerSlam. He could get an opportunity at the United States Championship if he were to win that gauntlet. Is also a part of that gauntlet matchup Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, and Carmelo Hayes as of last night on SmackDown. 2 more to be added to that one, either one of Rusev and Andrade or one of Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura will be added to that gauntlet matchup next week on both Raw and SmackDown. Gable nice arm drag on Reed holding his own against the much powerful and larger Bronson Reed. Gable 202 pounds, as you heard from the ring announcer Mike Rome. Bronson Reed much larger, I believe about 330 pounds. So Reed a huge advantage here, as we saw Damian Priest have in our previous matchup. That paid dividends for him, but right now it's Chad Gable showing off his incredible agility and athleticism as it's Gable now going after the arm of the big Aussie. Gable thus far on a 3-match winning streak, defeating Kaiser of Germany in the first round, defeating Bobby Roode of Canada in the second round, and of course getting that one over Jeff Hardy to qualify for the SummerSlam Gauntlet at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Going down next week, Tournament Extravaganza, the biggest part of the summer. You don't want to miss a second of the action. As Bronson Reed elbow perfectly placed right in the shoulder blade of Chad Gable, now right back in to a hammerlock. And if you guys are enjoying this WWE 2K26 Universe Mode series, make sure you leave a like for me on each of the videos and subscribe if you haven't already, with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any more of this fantastic WWE 2K26 Universe Motors. We're only just getting started. This is episode 82 of the series. We are on the World Cup tournament. We'll be finishing it next week. And of course, following that, we get not only SummerSlam, but before the biggest part of the summer, we are going to be getting NXT Great American Bash. So let me know in the comment section down below, folks, what you think of this series. If there's anything you feel like I can maybe improve on as well, don't be afraid to let me know down below in the comments, folks. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps this channel grow, and helps us grow as a community. I want to see more activity on the channel as well, as the biggest part of the summer is fastly approaching. Here live at KO Productions, but right now it's Bronson Reed in control. And this quarter-final match of the World Cup tournament against the much smaller Chad Gable, but it's safe to say Gable the fan favourite in this contest with a sold-out crowd tonight at WWE Live, but Bronson Reed not giving him a moment's rest. Tope cross body to the outside, taking out Gable at ringside. And now gonna batter Gable all around the ringside area here. Look at the strength of Reed and picking him up face first off the barricade. The referee Charles Robinson in the ring continuing his count, as he's up to a count of 3, as now it's Chad Gable sending Reed's shoulder first into the barricade. Reed may have an injury after that one, as Reed again gets sent in to the barricade of a DDT by Chad Gable. Nicely done by Gable, a count out. Victory will be a win nonetheless for Chad if he looks to do it. But the top rope, the moonsault to the back of Reed, who is trying to get to his feet. Gable throwing caution on the win and taking him out on the floor. Chad Gable now back into the ring, maybe looking for that count out victory now, ladies and gentlemen. Count of 3 once again. Nice SmackDown official Charles Robinson, all but back out to the floor is Bronson Reed. Goes right back after him. And Reed now pegging him up. Big Aussie going to send Gable back into the ring here. This is where you got to get the matchup won. Who is going to advance? The winner of this will be facing the winner of tonight's main event in the semi-finals, whether that be Aleister Black of the Netherlands or Obafemi of Nigeria. This matchup is SmackDown versus NXT, as is the main event as well as right now. Look at that, my goodness! Bronson Reed takes him out the cover. That should do it. There's 2. Gable still fighting in this one. Gable still alive. He's trying to keep resilient against Reed, but he clotheslines him to the outside. I think we know what Gable's got in store here. Chad Gable looking to fly. Tope Suicida taking out back Bronson Reed at ringside. And it's Chad Gable's opportunity to get on the offensive and get the Duke right here in the World Cup tournament. Can he head to the semi-finals next week? He's already going to SummerSlam. Can he get a little bit more to do and get more opportunities perhaps? And get a more goal in the future, perhaps a world title shot, which Gable has been itching to do. And the crowd would love to see that happen. Over 5 minutes have elapsed in this World Cup tournament quarter-final matches. Both men were down momentarily, but Gable back up. Reed sat out in the corner, and a nice wrecking ball drop kick by Chad onto the big Aussie. And there's that flash knee strike, but Reed right back to his feet, and Reed now clothesline and right back down a size. Almost decapitating Gable in the process. Uh-oh. And now picking up the American hero here as he's got him with that, mate. Do it right there. The cover off the jagged edge. Death Valley driver. The 2 to go to the semis. Gable don't kick it out. It's Charles Robinson right there to call the action. Reed is pissed with the official. Went for that big ass splash. No water on the pool that time as Gable moved out the way. Gable now picking him up. Look at the power. The dot wrench. Face first. Goes right the cover to go to the semi-finals next week. The 2 count on the back. Oh, see the near fall. Oh, the matchup raging on tonight though. Gable is giving it his all against Bronson Reed. But it might be a little bit too much from the handle. Big shot. Right that time by Chad Gable. Punch right at the top of the head, and then off the headlock sends him back into the corner. Reed with a double boot up, and Reed runs right through him like a freight train. And again the elbow drop by that big Aussie Reed. Reed now picks up Gable, gonna move on some farmers carry take over by Chad. A nice counter by Gable that time, and now it's Gable. Big shots on a Bronson Reed. Again with more shots, and they're going after the ankle lock sweeping out the leg, and an ankle lock on Bronson Reed. I don't care how big you are if someone has a submission of that caliber on. It is going to be painful. Will Reed tap out here or pass out due to the pain? Referee Charles Robinson right there to see if he will. And if so, Gable will have a massive upset. And into the semi-finals next week. Oh, but Bronson Reed will roll through the offense. Able to get out of it. And then picking up Gable and dropping him on his head with the axe. Driver. And now that'll do it. The cover. The hook of the leg. Shoulders down. 2 count. Robinson there. Gable kicks out. After getting dropped directly on his head. But a big Aussie, he's pissed to the referee and he knocks Charles Robinson down and knocking Gable down as well. We're going to the outside and no, he looks like he's going to cheat. Weapon in hand. Kendo stick by Reed. Not like this, and he hits Gable over the back with a Gable able to get to his feet and a chant Gable. Look at that. Oh man, with the legs and taking Reed off balance, and now it's all serious business now for Gable. Straps are down here. And he stomped Reed. Time and time again. Top rope, sorry, middle rope goes Chad Gable. There's the picture. Perfect drop kick by Chad. Gable again heading back up middle rope. Bronson Reed down in the center of the ring. Gable looking for a moonsault. Reed moved out the way. Comes up short that time. Reed inside cradle, small package. The steal want to go to the semis. Cover. The 2 count. And the 3. No! Gable still alive. How much more has he got left in him? Reed drops that big elbow off the ropes now. Tried it earlier. This time connects with the ass splash to the midsection of Chad. Stomp. Avoided. Gable to his feet. The forearm from Chad. The shots from Chad. Gable is still fighting in this one. What a valiant effort for the man that always is the underdog. Chad Gable. Middle rope. Headbutt by Chad. The cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down and go to the semi-finals. 2. Reed kicks out again. The powerful kick out. For the big Aussie. Bronson Reed, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's Gable. Turns it around into a gator roll here. To isolate big Bronson Reed. Got him in a headlock. Not sure this will be enough. But Chad Gable will keep the Aussie at bay. Reed back to his feet. It's Reed all running STO on a Chad and now getting in the corner. Smart strategy as Reed runs right through him once again. And Bronson Reed, oh god, the ass to the face and Gable's out. And picked up now. There's Gable. This is that. Reed now. Jagged edge for a second time as this one continues. As we're back live in the WWE World Cup Tournament. Over 10 minutes gone by. In this quarter-final matchup. Charles Robinson fixing the turnbuckle pad, but Bronson Reed literally just took apart. But wait a minute, Gable sends him in the corner. This is how he beat Bobby Roode. And around the 16 2 weeks ago, he could beat Reed with the Chaos Theory. O'Connor roll, German bridge and pin cover. 2 for the upset. 3 no! Reed kicks out. Oh wow, the near fall. Somehow it's still ongoing. It's Gable's pissed and now it's Gable's turn. To unhook the turnbuckle pad, to expose the steel, the Irish whip, Charles Robinson fixing it. Back and forth go Bronson Reed. And Chad Gable forearm from Bronson went to pick him up. Can't seem to do so. Reed ain't got much left. Big club in the back by Chad Gable. Gable now rolls through. Penny predicament a steel one. Gable going to the semi-finals. The 2 count is best shot. He got him. Chad Gable with the upset. Gable's going to the semi-finals. But he faced the winner of your main event tonight next week. Oh, well, what an unbelievable matchup and what an unbelievable victory for Gable as you see Reed absolutely furious with referee Charles Robinson and Gable, who moves on to the semi-finals, but who will join him alongside Damian Priest as the winner of this will face Damian Priest next week in the semi-finals as Russia's Ilya Dragunov in NXT. Battles Bulgaria's Rusev on Monday Night Raw representing Imperium. It's next live at the World Cup Tournament and your penultimate matchup of the evening. 2 men from similar areas colliding. It is going to be one hard-hitting masterpiece. These 2 men, 2 of the hardest hitters in WWE today, especially this man. Former NXT champ for a matter of minutes. Looking to get an opportunity to get that championship back and win this entire tournament in doing so. To get that opportunity, it's the man Dragon Ilya Dragunov.
The following contest is scheduled for
Dragunov in the first round, able to put away England's Charlie Dempsey, and in the second round last week defeating Ghana's Kofi Kingston. Can he get past Bulgaria's Rusev and send himself out of the semi-finals? We find out next live. As we're back live at the WWE World Cup Tournament, here comes Imperium representative, Monday Night Raw representative, and Bulgarian representative in this tournament, the Bulgarian Brute himself, Rusev, arriving on Rusev Day of all days as well. Rusev in the first round, able to knock off Switzerland's Cesaro, and then last week in the round of 16, getting past Canada's Kyle O'Reilly of the Undisputed Era. A tough test for both men, right in front of the other's face. Dragunov and Rusev colliding in the World Cup Tournament tonight. Never before seen. Only right here at KO Productions. Because other YouTubers just pretend that they're not going to continue on. Nonetheless, here we go. It's Dragunov. It's Rusev. Wasted no time. 15-minute time limit, and also remember the 15-minute time limit is there. If it goes to a draw, both men will advance. And in the next stage of the tournament, we've never saw one thus far. We might not get one the entire tournament the way it's been going. But referee Sean Bennett of Monday Night Raw signed the dudes for this one. As Rusev and Dragunov collide in a quarter-final round. And the World Cup Tournament winner goes to the semis to battle Damian Priest next week. Priest going to be looking on closely after the hell of a matchup I had a couple of moments ago here in this series, in this episode. He knocked off El Hijo del Vikingo of Mexico. Look at this. Dragunov wrenching away on Rusev. Rusev able to turn it around. First time of a matchup between Rusev and Dragunov, because other YouTubers just don't upload when they're supposed to do this matchup. So I will deliver for you. As right now the headlock. Cinching it in tight on Ilya Dragunov's side. Headlock nowhere for Ilya. Go it set. Push Rusev off and out. Look at that. That's that. Sherman. Bridging pin cover. 2. Kick out by Rusev. Dragunov almost winning it there. Ran in. Went for a running senton. Rusev not having it. And Rusev now grabbing Ilya from behind into a waistlock. Wrenching away from the man Dragon here. On his Rusev going at 9. Oh, big shot to the midsection. Sorry, right to the lower back rather with a big time forearm. Rusev now pinning predicament. Schoolboy on Ilya. The kick out immediately. Ilya Dragunov. Rusev though stomping away on Ilya. Ilya though right back to his feet and back into a lockup. And these two men again showing why they are two very hard hitting performers here in this series. As it's Ilya Dragunov able to turn it around. Look at Ilya that time. Rear chin lock taking Rusev down on that. Big elbow strike right on the shoulder blade of the Bulgarian Brute, but Rusev able to turn it around, and Rusev back into a hammerlock now. On Ilya Dragunov trying to wrench away on the Mad Dragon, but Ilya now escaping. Now Ilya in a hammerlock of his own. Now Rusev turns it back around. Rear chin lock now on Ilya. What a battle, man. It's a matchup you thought you'd never see in this series. A Raw competitor, Rusev battling NXT competitor Ilya Dragunov. You can only see this one place right here on KO Productions at the World Cup Tournament. Could be an annual thing at this point due to the success of the tournament thus far. It has been very, very incredible. All the matches we have seen. We've still got some more to go, including this great contest, including the one for the main event, including all the matches to go down next week in the semi-finals and finals of this very tournament. Dragunov, big shot to the midsection, a big boot on Rusev. Oh man, he nailed it with that one. Now a running senton by Dragunov. Rusev rolling to the outside of the ring. 3 minutes have elapsed here in this World Cup Tournament quarter-final matchup. Dragunov on the inside of the ring, not looking to resort to a count-out victory. I know exactly what he's thinking. The toe base suicide on Rusev. Throwing caution to the winners, Dragunov, and picks the Bulgarian Brute to his feet. We mentioned about Vikingo and Priest being from similar areas earlier on. Well, these two from similar areas as well. Rusev of Bulgaria, Dragunov of Russia. Rusev used to pretend he was Russian in the past, but Dragunov's the real one, and he looks to beat that into Rusev tonight and knock him out this tournament. Cross-body off the cover, though only one, says the Raw official, Sean Bennett. Well, the NXT official didn't help out Vikingo earlier on, but the SmackDown official did help out Chad Gable. Will the Raw official help out Raw's Rusev, or will it hinder him and give Dragunov the win? It doesn't really matter of the official though. It just matters of how the way this matchup goes. It's right now it's Rusev in control. He's been busted open doing a knee drop with the brace right at the head of the Bulgarian Brute. But Rusev busted open and all sort Crimson Mask and all still in control now, deadlifting Dragunov up to his feet and a running power slam by the Imperium member. The cover, the 2 and a kick out. If Rusev is to win the World Cup tournament we mentioned before, he would have a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, which is currently held by his leader of Imperium, the Ring General Gunther, and he could be on his way to the semi-finals here. One step closer to facing his own boss. Cover 2 off the Mashka kick and a kick out by Ilya Dragunov. Mashka kick, rocking him, not enough for the 3 as Ilya's fighting in this one. He's also got a lot of history with Gunther, but if he wins the tournament, he'll get a shot at the NXT title, which was ripped away from him the minute he won it at NXT Battleground in the main event against Austin Theory, who was cashed in on by Ethan Page, who won the jackpot ladder match earlier on. And the same night as them is Dragunov, looking to do anything it takes to get back to that moment. Clearly a German suplex on a Rusev, over 5 minutes gone by, and this World Cup tournament matchup sent onto the floor by Ilya onto Rusev. Hard-hitting matchup as promised here in the World Cup tournament. As Ilya Dragunov inside the ring, clearly the crowd's favour in this matchup this evening. Ilya Dragunov hell-bent to win it all. What's Ilya thinking off the ropes? Constantine special! Vintage signature offense from the Mad Dragon. The cover from the Tsar here, the 2, and a kick out by Rusev. Dragunov unable for the win just yet. Unable to head to the finals, or sorry, the semi-finals and potentially the finals. The matchup with Damian Priest waits in the wings next week on the World Cup tournament. On the semi-finals, the final week of the tournament, which is going down next week, ladies and gentlemen. Rusev grabbing Dragunov. Dragunov kick to the midsection. Torpedo Mashka! Out of nowhere! Ilya for victory. Shoots the half, hooks the leg, shoulders down. This could do it. Sean Bennett in a position to go. Kick out by Rusev. Oh, we can imagine Priest got a close eye on this one to see who will face next week in the semis. Who would he rather face? Don't think he matters. Don't think it matters to him. He just wants a fight, and so do these two men. And Dragunov's bringing it to Rusev right now in the corner. The big knee, the big stomp. Rusev setting out Dragunov opposite the side of the ring. We know exactly what's coming. We see this in nearly every Dragunov matchup. Blowing on a cascade knife for us. And a coast drop kick. Halfway across the ring. Dragunov for the victory. And in the corner now to put this one away and head to the semi-finals. Ilya H. Bomb connecting out of the corner. Dragunov for victory. Go for the cover. Ilya hook in the leg. Shoulders down. This could do it here. Scores 2. Not a kick out by Rusev. A powerful one at that. Shoulders up for the Bulgarian Brute, as you got to imagine. Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther rooting on their man Rusev in this tournament. Big right hands from Rusev. Rusev picking him up. Oh, the inverted Alabama slam straight in to the accolade. Bone rattling submission here. The spine rattling submission since then. Dragunov nowhere to go here. Will he tap out or pass out due to the pain if he does? Rusev will advance into the semi-finals next week and will face Puerto Rico's Damian Priest to get one step closer to win this tournament and become the best in the world. Dragunov writhing in agony. Sean Bennett looking on. Checking the Russian. But the Mad Dragon is still fighting. Able to get out of the accolades somehow, some way. Face first, goes to busted open. Rusev in another penny predicament. Ilya Dragunov for the win. Here to steal 1, 2, go. Just like Gable did earlier on against Sweden in your previous contest. Kick out though by Rusev. But Dragunov still catching him with a fake clothesline. And it was sent on again. And yet another one but moving out the way. Now Rusev back on the offensive. But Ilya Dragunov keeping his foot on the gas pedal as he should, and he powerbomb down goes Ilya as this one continues live in the World Cup tournament. We're back live in the WWE World Cup tournament. Ilya Dragunov able to get the advantage through the breaking clotheslines. Rusev time and time again out of the corner. Dragunov now gonna take down the Bulgarian Brute. running STO, and Amelia out of the corner. We're going to put Rusev away here. He's got to exactly where he wants him, lanes him up. Torpedo Moscow cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down to win it. They go to the semi-finals. 2, 3, no, the kick out by Rusev as 10 minutes now officially gone by. And that's quarter-final tournament battle. Rusev again, somehow back to his feet. Alabama slam on Dragon Hall. His head ricocheting hard off the mat, off the turnbuckle. Second time now. Rusev again looks in the accolade. It's done for Ilya. Surely it's done for the Mad Dragon. Rusev cinching it and takes John Bennett, the Raw official, right there to see if he'll tap out or pass out due to the pain. He's gonna do it right here. Oh, he's wrenching it tight though. Rusev to advance Dragunov will face first. Oh god, Rusev dropping face first by Ilya Dragunov and out in the corner. Ilya. Oh, I've seen him do this before. The release out of the corner, the German suplex on a Rusev. Both men have absolutely been battered and pummeled in this contest. It could be over, but Ilya hitting the H-bomb on a Rusev. Ilya Dragunov second time hits in the cover of the hook of the leg, shoulders down the 2 count. And Ilya Dragunov's headed to the semi-finals of the World Cup tournament next week.
Here is your winner, Ilya Dragunov.
Congratulations going out to Ilya Dragunov, as he's going to take the destiny with Damian Priest next week in the semi-finals of the World Cup tournament. But coming up next, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Amsterdam, Netherlands representative Aleister Black taking on Lagos, Nigerian representative Obafemi. It's SmackDown versus NXT. Your main event. Who's going to be the final semi-finalist? We find out right here, right now, in your main event of the evening at the World Cup tournament. And here comes the first combatant out, representing the Netherlands and representing SmackDown, former Money in the Bank contract holder and former World Heavyweight Champion because of it. Cashed in on Samoa Joe in the main event of Survivor Series of last season to become the World Champion, which he went on to hold for 118 days, having 4 successful defenses of the gold against the likes of Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, LA Knight and even The Undertaker, until he dropped it to the glorious Bobby Roode at No Way Out Premium Live event in Perth, Australia before WrestleMania last season. It is the Dutch Destroyer, the Demon of Darkness, Aleister Black, who thus far in this tournament defeated Italy's Tony D'Angelo in the first round, and then got past England's Bruiserweight Pete Dunne in the round of 16. So let's see how he can do here in the main event against probably the toughest test he has had yet in this tournament, being the ruler of NXT, Obafemi. It's also Oba's toughest test against the Dutch Destroyer. Gonna be a fun one. Don't go anywhere. Your main event is up next. We're back live in the World Cup tournament as you listen to this place at WWE Live. Go crazy for the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain you cannot climb and you will not conquer. And if you're Aleister Black, will you be able to conquer this mountain? A size difference going to the ruler as well, but the experience advantage clearly going to Black. So will Aleister Black's chance of going to the semi-finals fade to black, or will Femi's chance fade to black? We find out right here, right now. We know we've got one Raw superstar in the quarterfinals, one Raw superstar in the semi-finals, that being Damian Priest. We've got one SmackDown superstar in the semi-finals, that being Chad Gable, and one NXT superstar in the semi-finals, that being Ilya Dragunov. We're going to get another SmackDown or NXT star in the semis. Black extends the hand. Oba accepts. 50-minute time limit as always, and John Cone as your referee. Matchup underway. Cone has signed the dues. He rings the bell. Colorable tie-up from Black and Femi as it's Femi able to push Black off. Femi getting the upper hand that time. Back into a lock-up here. And your main event of the evening. Waist locked now by the Dutch Destroyer here. On to Oba. Black now. And a schoolboy. Penny predicament. Roll up. Shoulders down. Kick ya. for a win that time. Couldn't get it back into a lockup. Now it's Femi and Black. And now Black going after the arm. Oh, goodness. Look at that wrenching away on the ruler. Femi. Femi in trouble in Oba. Oh, goodness. Look at that wrenching away once again. This time on Alistair Black. And you can see the pain wrenched on the face of Alistair. As mentioned, these two men going to be a tough opponent for each other. Black, of course, former world champion. Femi never held gold here in this series, but he's always been a staple of the NXT brand. What a better way to break out from the pack than to put away a former world champion and advance in this tournament and defeat Alistair Black tonight. Of course, the winner will be facing Chad Gable next week in the semi-finals. Either a SmackDown versus SmackDown matchup between Black and Gable, or an NXT versus SmackDown matchup. Another David vs Goliath matchup that Gable already survived against Bronson Reed. Could he survive another against a potential matchup with Femi next week in the semi-finals? Remains to be seen, but right now it's Oba working over the arm and shoulder of Alistair Black. Got that arm wringer cinched in tight on the Dutch Destroyer tonight in your main event of the evening. And Alistair Black gets absolutely launched by Oba. Now a clothesline by Femi. And Oba's in control. I think the crowd more on the side of Femi, but there were a couple of Alistair chants at the start of this matchup. But of course the Oba chants all throughout his entrance. So the crowd very much split, but Alistair Black almost split in the head. Wide open of Femi with that spinning knee strike. And now the big time moonsault out the corner of the springboard. Cover 1 count only and a kick out, says John Cone, the official. Is Femi able to survive? Big shots from Black to the body. Body shots by the Dutch Destroyer. Black's strategy opting for some body shots instead of hitting him right in his damn face. With the elbow foot stop from Black still on the advantage. Not for long, I spoke too soon. May have jinxed Alistair Black that time. As Oba now going to pick up the Dutch Destroyer. Now an exploder suplex by the ruler. Black now rolling to the outside, trying to catch a breather. Femi not allowing him to do so. And Femi off the apron with a double axe handle. Right in the face and the head of Alistair Black. And they're going to send Black right in the barricade. The front row getting a good view of Femi dominating the Dutch Destroyer this time. And look at that. Oh man, look at Femi's the Dutch Destroyer now as he's literally destroying the Dutchman at Uranagi on the barricade. But now Black fighting back, continually kicking away at the hamstrings of Femi. Now going to send him into the other barricade and now running in with a neck breaker. Nicely done by Black. Black's going to the top rope. Counter 5 from John Cone here. Oh, with a double foot stomp to the outside by Alistair Black. And the Demon of Darkness standing tall tonight for now at least. Black last week on SmackDown was unable to get an opportunity to advance to SummerSlam to take on Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship as he took part in a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match for Fatu's US title, which included Carmelo Hayes, Samoa Joe, and the man that won the matchup, Drew McIntyre, who pinned Hayes. Let's see if Black can get a win back tonight and head into the semi-finals of the World Cup tournament. And with a move like that, he could very well be on his way to do so. An incredible moonsault from out the corner to the outside. Femi still down on the floor as Alistair Black back in the ring. Gains a head of steam and a tope cord. Halo again, throwing caution on the win. And taking it over Femi where he stands on the floor. Will Alistair Black win, lose or draw in this matchup tonight? He still has a big matchup next week on SmackDown and still has an opportunity to get to be a part of the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam, where of course last year he was a part of it. A big part of it, defeating the Viper Randy Orton in one of the big matches of the year in the 2K24 series. Almost able to beat Femi that time there with a springboard knee strike and a springboard moonsault follows it up by Black, who's firmly in control of Femi's second moonsault, connecting by the Dutch Destroyer, former world champion, doing his thing tonight. Live at the World Cup tournament, missing that spinning knee strike. Oh, about Femi able to get the upper hand. Now Femi picking up Alistair Black. What the hell's he thinking here? Oh goodness, F5 I saw it, says, oh goodness face! First goes the Dutch Destroyer on the canvas. We have busted him wide open. And look at that, Femi, big ending! Over to head to the semis, they go against Chad Gable to make another David vs Goliath matchup in this tournament. Kick out though by Alistair Black. As we're mentioning, Alistair Black next week on SmackDown going to be facing Shinsuke Nakamura. The winner will be a part of the SummerSlam Gauntlet matchup. The winner of that getting an opportunity at either the Intercontinental or the United States Championship as 6 superstars will be a part of that matchup. Come SummerSlam, 3 from Raw, 3 from SmackDown. Of course, if you're a Raw superstar, you get the IC title shot. If you're a SmackDown star, you get a United States title shot. But Aleister Black out that corner knee from Doom. He's not thinking about that right now. He's thinking about advancing in the World Cup tournament. They're going to the semis. Knee out of the corner, 2 and a kick out by the ruler Obafemi. What a matchup as your main event continues live in the WWE World Cup Tournament. We're back live in the World Cup Tournament. Femi sending Black into the corners. Now he is in control right here, right now. Femi now. Snake eyes, face first goes Black that time. Bust some weight, open and fall from Grace. Cover just like that. Femi to advance. 2. Not a kick out by the Dust Destroyer. Oh, Black still alive for the fall from Grace. The maneuver that's put every other superstar away in this tournament for Obafemi. Not enough to put away Black as Femi in the first round defeated Dragon Lee of Mexico. And then a second round, the round of 16, putting away Logan Paul of Puerto Rico. Can he get past Black? The knee, the move out the way. Obafemi dropping him down. Currently in the SummerSlam Gauntlet matchup, which Aleister Black looks to advance into next week. Against Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown as Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Logan Paul, and Carmelo Hayes. The winner of Rusev and Andrade will join them, and of course the winner of Aleister Black and Nakamura will as well. As Femi is lighting up Black with elbow drop after elbow drop after elbow drop right here. An incredible main event. Obafemi now in control. Black now elbow able to get away from him. Black with a forearm shot, and look at the Dutch Destroyer go here. The pick up, the drop down, the double foot stomp by the former World Heavyweight Champion. Aleister in control at least for the time. Being the Meteora! Out of the corner by Aleister Black. And Aleister looking for victory. Aleister Black to defeat the ruler. To move on to face Chad Gable in the semi-finals next week in the World Cup Tournament. He picked him up by his boot and delivered a Black mask. Come on. 2, 3, no! Femi kicks out. The shoulder up in the centre of the ring. Perfect call from the official John Cole. How the hell did Femi survive that? Top rope now going to Aleister Black. It's Femi getting to his feet, but Black waiting in the wings on him. And a Meteora moving out the way is over Femi that time. Oh, Black's knee gonna be in agony, and Femi now release. German suplex. Holy hell. Obafemi the pick up, and now gonna absolutely launch him and drop him down to the mat. Femi, cover, hooks the leg. Shoulders down and going to the semis. 2. Black staying alive. And it's Black now with a powerful kick out. Shoulder off the canvas for former world champion Aleister. What is Oba gotta do? What is Black gotta do? What a match, ladies and gentlemen. So Obafemi do this. He attempted to do this against Logan Paul. Paul was able to counter in the closing moments of the round of 16 main event, but Aleister Black clearly not able to. Side slam avalanche style from the middle rope. Crowd loving it. Chat misses awesome indeed it is. It could be over though. The 2 count off the Femi count and a kick out. Aleister Black again. Time and time again he keeps getting his shoulder off the mat. Big boot moving out the way. Aleister Black with a shot. And Aleister, he caught him with a massive knee. Bicycle knee. Shoots him over the cover. The 2. He flash one like that and a kick out by Owas. 10 minutes have elapsed. And this World Cup Tournament quarter-final main event. Oh, baby. Black with a shot. Black top rope. Femi trying to stop him in his tracks. But a shot from Oba. Another shot from Obafemi. And a 3rd shot and knocking down Aleister, the ruler in control. Not for long though. Grabbing the leg and a dragon through leg whip from Black. Black is picking him up, man. He's waiting on him to get to his feet. Aleister, what combination offense right here. He ducked that one, didn't duck that though. The roundhouse caught him flush. Aleister Black, top rope. To head to the semi-finals. Will he be facing Chad Gable next week? As Gable's going to have a close eye on this one. Meteora off the top by Black. Cover. Hooking a tree trunk leg of Femi. 2, 3, no! Another kick out, says referee John Cohen. Unbelievable war tonight. In your main event, Aleister Black, wait for Black mask, gets caught from Femi and dropped him with a powerbomb. Almost like a fall from grace. Oh man, that was a sudden shot, but a sudden counter by Femi. And a second fall from Grace in the matchup. Dropping Black right where he stands, but he ain't done with him yet. For a major win over a former world champion and take on the semis. Third of the match, both from Gray. Second in a row to cover the 2 and the 3. Femi wins and he's going to the semi-finals next week.
Here is your winner.
Well, there you have it, folks. What a matchup and what a victory this is for the ruler. Femi, as we have the semi-finals matches set for next week in the World Cup tournament, the final week of this tournament. Ilya Dragunov versus Damian Priest and Femi versus Chad Gable. Thanks for joining us at the World Cup tournament.